Good afternoon, students. Hope you all are fine. Last day I was teaching you OC. This year I will be teaching you SP. We'll start with the first chapter of the SP, that is the Introduction to Corporate Finance. We'll start with the first topic, that is the meaning of the corporate finance. Now, what is a corporate finance? We can divide the corporate finance into two words, that is a corporate and finance. Now, what is a corporate? Corporate means business. And what is finance? Finance means money and the money management. We can say that the money or the capital which we are using for the smooth functioning of the business is called as the corporate finance or is called as the business finance. Now, we can say that money is called as the lifeblood of the business. That is, we cannot imagine any business activity without the money. Or we can also say like that, money is the arms and legs of the business. That is, either we can use it or we can lose it. We'll move towards the proper definition or the meaning of the corporate finance. What is the meaning of the corporate finance? Corporate finance means acquisition of money and effective utilization of the money. Now, what is the acquisition of money? Acquisition of money means what? Means it is a raising of the money or the collection of the capital. Now, in a market, there are various sources of capital is there. Out of that sources, we have to raise the capital or we have to collect the capital for the functioning of the business. And second is the effective utilization of the money. Once we have collected the capital or once we have raised the capital, we have to make the proper use of that money. That is called as the corporate finance. In short, we can say that corporate finance means acquisition of money and the effective utilization of the money. Now, when we are learning about the corporate finance, we should also know about the financial planning, capital market, money market, share market, because whatever the capital we are getting, for that capital, businessman or the corporation has to depend upon the bank or on the financial institute. So when we are learning about the corporate finance, we should also need to learn or need to know about the financial planning, capital market, money market and the share market. Now, for this collection of the capital or for the effective utilization of the capital, every corporate has having their own finance manager. This finance manager will look after for the raising of the capital and for the effective utilization of that capital. This finance manager has having some of the duties or has having some of the responsibilities. We'll see here some of the duties of the finance manager. The very first is to know that the firm has adequate finance. As I explained that we cannot imagine the business without the finance or without the capital. In that case, it is the duty of the finance manager to check whether the firm has having the adequate finance or not. Second, they are using right source of fund. As I say, in a market there are various sources are there which are providing the capital to the business. Every source has having their own cost. So in that case, finance manager need to check whether they are collecting the capital from the right source or not. Third is using the fund effectively. Whatever capital we have collected or whatever money we have raised, we have to make the proper or the effective use of that money so that the profitability of the business can be increased. And last, generating the maximum returns to the investors. Now, who are the investors? Investors are the people who are providing capital to the business. For example, shareholders are there, debenture holders are there, bank is there, depositors are there. These are the people who are called as the investors of the business. The duty of the finance manager is to check out whether these investors are getting the maximum return of their investment or not. Next, we'll move towards the following are the two decisions are the basis of the corporate finance. When we decide about the corporate finance, there are mainly two decisions we have to take. The very first is the financing decision and second is the investment decision. Now, what is the finance decision? Now, whenever the businessman wants to start with the business, he needs to collect the capital to run that business, to function that business. Now, for that collection of the capital, as I mentioned that in a market, there are many type of the sources are available who are providing capital to the business. We can divide that sources into two parts, that is the own capital and the borrowed capital. We'll first start with the first one. What is the own capital? Own capital means what? When the company or when the businessman collect the capital by issuing the equity shares or preference shares, it is called as the own capital. Second is the borrowed capital. Borrowed capital is also called as the debt capital. In that case, when the businessman collect the capital by issuing the debentures, by collecting deposit from the public or by taking the loan from the bank, it is called as a borrowed capital. The finance manager needs to decide from which source they has to collect the capital, or else finance manager can collect the capital from both the sources. For example, some of the capital, that is long-term capital, can be collected from the own capital and short-term capital can be collected from the borrowed capital. So first is a financing decision, that is from which source we need to collect the capital. Second is the investment decision. Once we have collected the capital, the next important decision is regarding where to invest this money. Now, when we have to increase the profit of the business or we want to run the business successfully, we have to invest the money in a proper way so that the money cannot be wasted. And second, if we make the proper use of the money or if we make the effective utilization of that money, then the profit will increase, which will leads to the more return to the investors. So we can say that second is the we have to make the proper utilization or effective utilization of that capital so that the profitability of the business can be increased. Here I have written the capital budgeting. What is the capital budgeting? The proper decision about the investment of the money is called as a capital budgeting. So here we are completing with the first part of the chapter, that is the introduction to the corporate finance. Next we'll move towards the next topic, that is the importance of the corporate finance. We have already studied that finance is the most important element of functioning of the business, or we can say that no activity of the business is possible without the finance. We'll start with the very first importance of the corporate finance. The very first one is the helps in decision making. All the business decision is depend upon the availability of the finance or availability of the fund in a business. Every business has having the aim of incurring the profit or earning the profit. Now, in a business, there are many alternatives are available. Out of that alternative, the businessman or the corporation will give green signal to only that alternative which will give them the profit. So we can say that the corporate finance is important for the decision making. Wherever or whenever we are having many of the alternatives, out of that which best is suitable for me, for that we need to check the profitability for that particular decision or for that particular alternative. If that alternative is providing us a more profit, we'll go for that particular decision. So the very first is corporate finance is helping in the decision making process. Second is the helps in raising the capital for a project. whenever the businessman want to expand the business, modernize the business, or when he wants to start with the new venture, he needs to raise the capital. We have already seen that the basis of the corporate finance is the financing management. That is, we are having various sources of capital. Now it is the duty of the finance manager from where to collect the capital. So when the corporation wants to start with a new business, they have to start or they have to raise a capital from the various sources. Next is the helps in research and development. We as a customer will never satisfied by using the same product for years and years. We always want something new. For supplying that new product to the customer, the businessman has to always go for the research and development. For conducting that research and development, this businessman requires the smooth flow of the finance. Now for that research and development, we require the finance. This research and development process is a lengthy process. So throughout that process, these people require the continuous flow of the finance. So if the business has having the proper or the sufficient finance, then they can carry out the research and development process smoothly, and they are able to alter the old product, or they are able to come up with the new product which will be as per the likes and demand of the customer. So for the research and development, businessman needs the finance. Next is the helps in smooth running of the business firm. As I said, finance is called as the lifeblood of the business. We cannot imagine any business activity without the finance. For conducting any of the business activity, we need the finance. For example, payment of the salary to employees, for payment of the electricity bill, payment of the water bill, for all that day-to-day expenditure, we require the finance. If we will not make the payment or regular payment to the employees, then they will not come for the work. In that case, the smooth functioning of the business cannot be possible. So we can say, for the smooth functioning of the business firm, we require the finance. Next is the brings coordination between the various activity. Corporate finance brings the control and the coordination among the various activities of a business. In a business, there are many activities are conducted. For example, production is there, selling is there, marketing is there, packaging is there. These are some of the activities which are conducted in a business. For the smooth functioning of that activities or for the proper coordination of this activity, the businessman require the smooth flow of the business finance. For example, if the production manager is not getting the proper finance when they require the raw material, then it will affect the production. They will not be able to produce a product whenever there is a demand is there because of lack of finance. As they are not able to produce a product, they will not be able to sell the product in a market. Now if selling is not there, it has having the impact on a profit of the business. So if there is a proper flow of the finance is there, if there is a proper supply of the finance is there, then all these activities can be done in a proper manner, which will lead to the profit in a business. So we can say, for the control and coordination of the various business activities, we require the finance. Next is the promotes expansion and diversification. Modern machineries, technologies are required for the expansion and diversification of the business. For that, we require the money so that we can purchase a modern technologies, we can purchase a modern machinery, or we can purchase a advanced machineries, advanced technology, so that we can expand and we can diversify our business. So for the expansion and diversification of the business, we require the finance. Next is the managing risk. Last time in OC we have studied one of the important feature of the business, that is the risk. Every businessman has to face some of the other risk. For example, risk of the decrease in demand is there, then risk for the strike is there, then natural calamities are there. These are the risks which are to be faced by the businessman. To face this risk, the businessman requires the finance. If we are having the adequate finance, we can easily deal with these particular risks. Next is the replace old asset. Old asset, for example, plant and machineries are there, technologies are there. These are keep on changing, or there is always advancement is there, modernization is there in the plant and machinery or in our technology. So as with the time pass, we also have to upgrade our technology, we also have to upgrade our machineries. For that upgradation of the machineries, we need to replace our old asset with the new one. For that replacement, we require the finance, so that with the help of that finance, we can purchase the new machineries, we can purchase the new technologies. So for the replacement of the old asset, we require the finance. Next is the payment of the dividend and interest. Dividend and interest, first of all, dividend is given to whom? Dividend is given to the own capital, that is to the equity shareholders and to the preference shareholder. If we'll make the proper dividend to the equity shareholders and the preference shareholder, many people will be attracted towards the purchasing of our company share. Second is the interest. If the company has issued the debentures, if the company has taken the loan from the bank, then they need to make the regular payment of the interest. Then only when next time we want to take a loan from the bank, we can easily get the loan from the bank. In that case, we have to make the regular payment of the interest and the dividend to the investor. For the payment of this dividend and interest, we require the finance. And last, payment of the taxes. Businessmen have to pay many taxes. For example, businessman has to pay income taxes there, then they have to pay the GST. Apart from that, company ke registrar ko bhi they have to make the payment of the fees. For the payment of all these taxes and for the payment of all these fees, we require the smooth flow of the finance. So if we are having the proper finance, we can make the payment of these taxes or we can make the payment of the fees. So for all these things, we require the proper finance, and this finance is called as this finance is needed for all this functioning.